Are you honest with yourself? How to spot a rationalization. Let me introduce the topic with some examples. Let's say that you see a hot, cute girl in a beautiful outfit and you want to ask her out. You see her walking by and you want to go talk to her, but you are scared and you chicken out. When the moment has passed, you think to yourself, I don't have time for women anyway, I'm too busy with studying and work, so it's okay. This is very likely a rationalization. Do a thought experiment. If you had gone and asked her out, and if she had said yes, would you then decline and say, no ma'am, I don't have time for women, I am too busy with my work and studies? If that is not what you would say, then the excuse you gave yourself for not asking her out was a rationalization to make yourself feel better about chickening out. In other words, it was a fake reason to make the easy, less scary decision while avoiding the bad feelings that come with being weak. It's a form of ego preservation. And rationalization of this form is a very common way that your brain uses to get you out of uncomfortable or scary proposition while still maintaining its sense of superiority and ego. Now, of course, it could very well be that you are actually a busy person and don't have time for women. In that case, it won't be a rationalization. But in most cases, it is a rationalization. So now let's discuss another common rationalization. Let's say that you are on a diet and you suddenly have some craving for pizza. You resist for some time, you hold yourself, and then it gets too overwhelming and you decide to give in. So you think to yourself, it's okay to cheat every once in a while. Some fast food here and there will help my metabolism. And you order some pizza and you eat it. Now do a thought experiment. If you did not have that strong craving for pizza, would you have said, some fast food here and there will help my metabolism and then eaten pizza when you are on your diet? No. It was a rationalization. It was a fake reason that allowed you to be weak and do something that you respect yourself less for without feeling as guilty about it. Let's take a guy who wants to quit drinking. He comes home after a hard day of work and he wants to drink. So he tells himself, I worked really hard today. I need a drink to help me calm down and relax. Now, did he need a drink to calm down and relax? Or did he just want to drink? So he came up with a plausible explanation that allows himself to drink. Well, there's one more type of rationalization that I want to talk about. Here where you take a shot at something and you get rejected, and to cope up with that rejection, you dismiss the thing that you were seeking in the first place as not being good enough. So a friend of mine recently interviewed for a job and he did not get a call back. He was not hired. He felt bad about it, but then he told me, it doesn't matter, Harsh, it was a shitty job anyway. Now this was a false reason that he gave to himself to cope with being rejected. If it really was a shitty job, why would he go and interview? And if he would have gotten the job, would he have declined the offer because he thought it was a shitty job? I don't know for sure, but my guess is that he would have happily taken the job if it was offered to him. And since it was not offered and he was just trying to preserve his ego with the rationalization, he deluded himself into thinking that this job was thrashy in the first place and it's okay that he didn't get it. In fact, it was in his benefit. Women do it often as well when they lose a guy and they start acting like this guy was trash anyway and I am better off without him. Now, this is just the human brain using a rationalization as a defense mechanism to preserve your ego. So the big point is, why should you learn to spot these rationalizations? The reason why you want to learn to spot rationalizations is that every time you chicken out of a scary decision, or you be weak and do something that you shouldn't, or you just lie to yourself to feel better about things, you lost an opportunity to improve yourself. Preserving your false sense of ego is far less important than building a real foundation of success and experience. Think about it. In all the three situations above, you would have been better off if you had spotted the rationalization and then done what is best, no matter how uncomfortable. If you would have asked out the girl, your confidence in yourself would have increased and it would have become easier for you to ask other girls out in the future. Or at least it would be less scary because you would be more familiar with the experience. If you had realized that you were rationalizing and had stuck with the diet, you would have been farther ahead with your weight loss goals. Had my friend not gone for the "it was a shitty job anyway" cope, he would have taken some time to analyze why he didn't get the job, and maybe he could have fixed those shortcomings. Even though in all the four cases above, the rationalization made the person feel better, the rationalization also ended up making them worse off in the long run by robbing them of the opportunity to improve themselves. So, how do you actually spot a rationalization? Whenever you find yourself in a scary or uncomfortable situation, for whatever action you decide to take, ask yourself, if I do the opposite thing and if everything goes well, will I reject the reward for the same reason? So if you were too shy to pitch an upsell to a client and you were telling yourself, the upsell amount isn't big enough to matter anyway, so it's okay to not pitch the upsell, you would run this thought experiment. If I pitch the upsell and the client goes for it, would I still think that the amount isn't big enough to matter? If not, you have just spotted yourself rationalizing and you should take the shot because rejection is better than regret. Besides, doing the upsell pitch now will make you more comfortable pitching upsells in the future, even if you mess it up a few times. When you want to do something you said you wouldn't do, like cheating on your diet, smoking when you said you were trying to quit, for whatever reason your brain comes up with, ask yourself, was this the plan from the beginning or did I just come up with it right now? And would I be better off tomorrow if I stick with my resolve? Or would I be better off by breaking it? So, if you say something like, I worked hard today so I deserve some ice cream. Now, did you work hard that day specifically to indulge in ice cream later? Did you plan the ice cream as a reward? Or did you just work hard regardless and now you are using that as a justification to indulge in whatever you want, in this case, ice cream? Did you come up with the reasoning before you worked hard or did you come up with it after? Are these things related or are you forcing them to be related? Would you be better off tomorrow after this urge to have ice cream has passed if you persevere and not eat the ice cream? Or would you be better off tomorrow if you go and eat the ice cream for whatever relaxation benefits you think it will bring you? You have to be honest with yourself. When you spot a rationalization, force yourself to do what is best for you, no matter how uncomfortable or scary you think it is. Be honest with yourself even if it makes you feel like a pathetic loser. Use the pain of mediocrity as fuel for self-improvement. Eventually the scary things won't be so scary because you will develop more faith in yourself and you will learn that failures are not the end of the world. Your willpower and your self-respect will go up as you stick to your vows and do not back out of your word. Your extrinsic value and your selling skills will go up as you fix your shortcomings instead of just dismissing the world for rejecting you. And for all of these things to happen, you have to start with being honest with yourself. Admit when you are lying to yourself and deluding yourself just to take the easy way out. Be honest with yourself, don't lie to yourself, and you will get better, because everyone hates feeling like a pathetic loser. And once you realize that you're being pathetic, you will do anything to get out of that. For Life Math Money, this is Harsh Strongman. If you like this video, please click the like and subscribe button and let me know what you think in the comments below.